I know you possess a good heart, but it's essential to realize that not everyone shares that trait. Our hearts yearn for a solution to the world's problems. We hope for the best in people, yet we must remain vigilant to avoid being hurt. Unfortunately, there are many who harbor malice, and sometimes they enter our lives. Be attentive to the warning signs and steer clear of such individuals. You may have encountered someone who is genuinely unkind, inflicting emotional pain without any sense of remorse and exploiting others' vulnerabilities. Occasionally, these harmful behaviors are so subtle that we may not recognize we are dealing with a toxic person. Let's explore the signs that indicate you might be interacting with someone like this. Some individuals thrive on making you feel guilty about situations or feign friendship in your presence while disparaging you behind your back. It's crucial to be prepared because outsiders may disrupt your peace, but at times it can be family members. Family is undoubtedly a gift from God, yet some individuals can embody a troubling version of themselves. In this video, I will highlight 9 signs, or rather 10 signs, that suggest you're dealing with a negative individual and what actions to take when these people appear in your life. Before we dive into the first sign, please hit the like button if you're someone who appreciates learning life wisdom. If you can, write this: people want to see you succeed, but never surpass them. This is an undeniable truth. Let's start with the first sign. Sign 1. Taking pleasure in others' pain. Malicious individuals find joy in the suffering of others. If you know someone who seems to take delight in others' hardships, laughing or grinning at their misfortune, that's a clear indication you're dealing with a bad person. This behavior indicates a complete absence of empathy and can lead them to create harmful situations for their own amusement. Picture a colleague who, instead of offering assistance when you're swamped, chuckles at your struggles, or a friend who, upon hearing about your personal difficulties, makes jokes instead of showing support. These responses are not merely insensitive, they reveal a cruel disposition. Such individuals might even deliberately instigate unfortunate situations just to revel in the suffering they create. They can also spread rumors and incite conflicts, relishing the chaos that follows. Recognizing these signs early is crucial. Distancing yourself from those who exhibit this behavior is vital for safeguarding your emotional health. Sign 2. Need for control over your life. Malicious individuals tend to be extremely controlling. They feel uncomfortable and powerless unless they control every facet of their own lives and the lives of those around them. They will go to great lengths to ensure things align with their desires, resorting to manipulation if they face resistance. Consider a supervisor who insists on scrutinizing every detail of your work, not out of a desire to help, but to exert control. Or a friend who consistently dictates your outings, decisions, and companions, disregarding your preferences. Such behaviors exemplify an obsession with control that can be stifling. These individuals may also manipulate circumstances to maintain their grip, establishing rigid rules or employing emotional blackmail. For example, a partner who constantly monitors your whereabouts and conversations doesn't do so out of concern. Rather, it's a means to dominate your life. This need for control is not merely annoying, but can pose real dangers. Such people often exploit their power to manipulate and harm others. Being able to identify these behaviors and establishing firm boundaries is critical for preserving your independence and emotional well-being. If you notice someone attempting to control every aspect of your life, it's crucial to take steps to distance yourself and reclaim your autonomy. Sign 3. Feeling unsettled around them. One of the most apparent signs that you're dealing with a bad person is an uncomfortable feeling when you're around them. You might feel drained, anxious, or simply uneasy in their presence. This could be your instinct signaling that something is amiss. Think about attending a family event where everyone is enjoying themselves, yet one person consistently makes you feel tense and uneasy. Even if that person isn't directing negativity at you, their presence alone can create discomfort. This may signify that they possess negative energy or harmful intentions. Another example is a colleague who instills anxiety or exhaustion every time they approach you. You might struggle to pinpoint the exact issue, yet your body and mind may recognize that something isn't right. It's crucial not to overlook these sensations. Our instincts often detect signals that our conscious mind might miss. If you consistently feel uneasy around someone, consider it a warning that their intentions may not be pure. Listening to these feelings and giving them the weight they deserve can help you steer clear of harmful situations and preserve your inner peace. Sign 4. Refusal to accept responsibility. Individuals with malicious tendencies never acknowledge their own faults. They consistently deflect blame onto others when things go awry and prefer to adopt a victim mentality. They'd fail to own their mistakes and instead compel you to apologize for them. Imagine a coworker who blunders on an important project. Rather than owning up, they swiftly accuse you or a team member, insisting that the fault lies with everyone but them. This not only fosters a toxic work atmosphere, but also leaves you feeling unjustly blamed. Consider a friend who continuously lands in trouble. Instead of recognizing that their choices led to these situations, they always find someone else to blame. If they arrive late to a gathering, it's due to traffic or the actions of others. When life throws challenges their way, they never reflect on their own actions, but instead seek to blame others while playing the victim. Such individuals are also adept at making you feel guilty for their missteps. They twist situations so that you find yourself apologizing for something that isn't even your fault. This emotional manipulation is exhausting and can erode your self-worth over time. Identifying these patterns is crucial for maintaining your mental and emotional health. People who consistently avoid responsibility can draw you into a cycle of guilt and manipulation. Learning to recognize and distance yourself from them is vital for preserving your well-being. Sign 5. A pattern of dishonesty. Those with malicious tendencies possess a terrible knack for perpetual lying. They fabricate stories for their benefit and often lie just for amusement or to manipulate others. They disregard your trust and friendship, prioritizing only their own needs. Picture a colleague who frequently embellishes or invents stories about their accomplishments at work, or a friend who claims they couldn't make it to your event due to illness, only for you to discover they were out enjoying themselves. These lies are not just untruths, they reflect a deep disrespect for you and those around them. Liars often use their fabrications to manipulate situations and people. For instance, a partner who deceives you about their feelings or intentions to maintain control or gain an upper hand in a disagreement. They might also spread gossip or distort facts to create friction among friends or colleagues, often for amusement or personal gain. Initially, these lies might seem trivial, but over time, they can corrode trust and damage relationships. If someone consistently lies, even about inconsequential matters, it's a clear sign they lack respect for you and are willing to jeopardize your trust for their benefit. Recognizing and confronting these lies is crucial for sustaining healthy relationships. If you discover someone has a persistent habit of lying, it's essential to evaluate their influence on your life and determine if a trustworthy relationship is feasible. Sign 6. Absence of remorse. Malicious individuals do not experience guilt for their actions. They never feel remorse about the adverse effects they have on others. When confronted, they manipulate the narrative to make you question your perception of reality. Imagine a colleague who takes credit for your efforts, and when you bring it up, they exhibit no remorse. Instead, they justify their behavior by saying you wouldn't have succeeded without their help. Such conduct reveals a total absence of empathy and remorse, exposing a selfish and manipulative character. Consider a friend who routinely makes hurtful or mean-spirited remarks. When you attempt to discuss how those comments impact you, they laugh and suggest you're overreacting or that you're overly sensitive. This attitude not only showcases a lack of remorse, but also distorts your reality, leading you to question your feelings. These individuals excel at flipping the script. If you point out a transgression or harmful behavior, they quickly position themselves as the victims, making you feel guilty for raising the issue. This emotional manipulation is a clear indicator that they lack genuine remorse for their actions and are primarily concerned with protecting their reputation. Recognizing the absence of guilt is critical for safeguarding your emotional health. Those who don't feel remorse for their actions are likely to continue their harmful behaviors, knowing there will be no real repercussions. Identifying this trait and establishing clear boundaries is essential to protect yourself and foster healthy relationships. If someone consistently displays a lack of remorse, it's vital to consider distancing yourself to safeguard your well-being. Sign 7. Cruelty. Certain malicious individuals are openly and cruelly aggressive. They may inflict pain through words or actions, deriving pleasure from the suffering of others. A lack of empathy and the willingness to intentionally cause harm are distinguishing traits of such individuals. Consider a coworker who doesn't hesitate to make humiliating or cruel comments in front of others. They might point out your flaws in a hurtful manner or mock your ideas during meetings, not to provide constructive feedback, but to undermine you. Such behavior not only diminishes team morale, but also cultivates a toxic work environment. Think of a friend who belittles your insecurities or personal challenges, knowing full well it hurts you. They may make jokes about your vulnerabilities or reveal your confidences, taking delight in your discomfort. This lack of empathy and enjoyment of others' pain are unmistakable signs of a cruel person. These individuals may also act aggressively, both verbally and physically. A partner who routinely insults you or resorts to physical aggression is demonstrating overt cruelty. The intention behind such actions is to hurt and dominate, showcasing a total disregard for others' dignity and well-being. Recognizing cruelty in someone is vital for protecting your emotional and physical integrity. Those who exhibit overt cruelty have no regard for others' feelings and can cause profound harm. It's crucial to set boundaries and distance yourself from such individuals to ensure your safety and peace of mind. If you find yourself facing cruelty, don't hesitate to seek support and take steps to safeguard yourself. Sign 8. Warnings from friends and family about the person's character. If your friends and family express concerns about someone's character, it's essential to heed these warnings. They may have witnessed toxic behaviors in the past that you might overlook. Ignoring these signs could lead to you facing similar issues down the road. Imagine you start dating someone new, and your closest friends and family express apprehension. They mention this person has a track record of manipulation and disrespect in prior relationships. It's tough to accept such criticisms, especially if you're emotionally invested, but it's critical to take these concerns seriously. Consider starting a new job where colleagues quickly caution you about a specific supervisor. They share stories of how this supervisor regularly vents frustration on subordinates, creating a tense and demotivating environment, and never accepts responsibility for their actions. These accounts aren't mere gossip, they're warnings based on real experiences that could save you from painful situations. Warnings from loved ones are invaluable because they provide an external and unbiased perspective. Your friends and family want the best for you and have no ulterior motives. If multiple people voice the same concerns, it's a strong indication that you should proceed with caution. It's easy to dismiss or downplay these warnings, especially if the person is treating you well initially. However, recognizing and reflecting on these concerns can help you avoid significant troubles in the future. If someone repeatedly displays toxic and harmful behaviors, it's likely they will replicate these patterns with you. Take these warnings seriously and carefully observe the person's actions. If you detect signs of manipulation, cruelty, or irresponsibility, contemplate distancing yourself before it becomes more challenging. Your friends and family may recognize red flags that you, caught up in the situation, might miss. Trust their insight and prioritize your safety. Sign 9. Contempt. One of the most damaging forms of emotional manipulation is contempt. Such individuals strive to make you feel inferior, criticizing your appearance, interests, dreams, and everything else they can. Don't allow these people to distort your self-perception. Imagine a partner who continuously criticizes your looks, pointing out flaws as if they are unforgivable. They might remark, "You could be more attractive if," or "Why don't you dress better?" These statements aren't constructive, they're cruel and aimed at undermining your self-esteem. Another scenario is a friend who ridicules your passions and belittles your accomplishments, treating your dreams as unworthy of respect. They may mock your ambitions, leaving you feeling foolish for pursuing your goals. This type of contempt not only hurts but also makes you question your worth and abilities. These individuals employ contempt as a method of emotional control, undermining your self-esteem to make you reliant on them for validation. They seek to reshape your self-image to serve their interests, disregarding who you genuinely are. You are valuable and deserve respect and kindness. If someone consistently diminishes you, it's a clear indicator that they are not invested in your emotional well-being. Safeguard yourself by distancing from those who habitually seek to belittle you and cultivate relationships that foster your growth and happiness. Sign 10. Animal abuse. Cruelty towards animals is an unmistakable sign of a bad person. Abusive behavior toward animals often reflects deeper issues in someone's character. If you know someone who demonstrates abusive or neglectful behavior towards animals, it's wise to consider distancing yourself from them. Imagine a neighbor who regularly abuses their dog, yelling at and physically punishing it for minor infractions. Such actions not only inflict suffering on the animal, but also reveal a significant lack of empathy and emotional control in the abuser. This cruelty may extend into other aspects of their life. Consider someone who keeps their pets in deplorable conditions, neglecting their care regarding food, hygiene, and health. Continuous neglect shows a complete disregard for the life and well-being of animals in their care. This behavior should not be overlooked. Studies indicate a correlation between animal cruelty and violent behaviors towards humans. It's vital to recognize these signs and assess the implications of being around someone with such traits. While it can be hard to accept, especially if we're blinded by friendship or respect, prioritizing the safety and well-being of both animals and ourselves is essential. If you suspect someone is harming animals, consider distancing yourself and, if possible, report the behavior to appropriate authorities to protect the animals and prevent further harm. If you know of other signs indicating a bad person that haven't been mentioned here, please share them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've made it to the end, please write in the comments, "Good always triumphs over evil." If you found these insights helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more wisdom. Together, let's strive to be wiser today. Until next time.